Hey everyone, it's Jack here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on how to get your Kontact libraries to load faster. And this can apply also to other non-Kontact libraries or other VSTs that take a long time to load. About a year ago when I built my computer, I got this adorable little Samsung 960 terabyte SSD. Aside from being adorably small, it was really expensive and really fast. When you work with large sample libraries, it takes a long time to load, and so a fast solid-state drive is helpful. But I was experiencing this problem where I would load my libraries and it would take an insane amount of time. So we're going to start first without the fix to show you exactly how long it takes. And I'm going to load a library from 8DO, their century strings, which takes a very long time for me to load, even with the fix. So this is kind of going to be a dramatic example. So here I'm going to open up an instance of Kontact, and I've got my 8DO century violins. It's kind of hard to see, but right here I've got a timer, and as soon as I start loading, I'll start my timer and we'll do a comparison. Okay, yeah, it's loading. So it's been 15 seconds. Okay, so when I try to move anything, my computer appears to be frozen. It's neat. And there it goes. So 45 seconds. Now I will say I did this just before, and it took just before I started recording, and it took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So my guess on the 45 seconds is because I had a lot of it preloaded in my memory. But let's go ahead and take a look at the fix and see if it does anything. So we'll go ahead and close this down. And what we're going to do is, the issue is that Windows Defender, the built-in Microsoft antivirus, is doing a quick scan of any program that tries to load before it loads. Normally programs are several megabytes, or they don't have a lot of data at a time. When you're working with a large sample library, all of a sudden it's got to go through, I think this library is 180 gigabytes, and so it thinks it has to scan all of that before it'll load, which takes an incredibly long time. So the way to fix it is you're going to go down here, you're going to type in Windows Defender settings, and you'll get a screen that kind of looks like this, and you're going to hit Open Windows Defender Security Center. So this is what we want to see. And then if you see virus and threat protection, and then virus and threat protection settings, and then all the way down here at the bottom there's a link for add or remove exclusions. And the goal on this is we're going to tell Windows Defender to chill out and not scan the folder where we put our sample libraries. So here I have my folder where I've got several of my sample libraries, including the century strings. And so we're going to add an exclusion. We're going to add a folder, and then we're going to find it. So yeah, so this is the folder that we want to do. It'll be different on yours because it's just wherever you have your sample libraries. A little bit of a word of caution on this. The virus scan protection thing is actually useful. It's obnoxious, but it helps keep your computer safe. So you don't want to be given it too much access. So the folder I have here, I only have my sample libraries. Another thing to note is all of these have been legitimately purchased and downloaded through secure sources and not just found by some random torrent on the internet. If you're using any sort of cracked or pirated software, it's a really bad idea to put that on the exclusion list because you never really know what that comes from. So just be sure that you trust this, and then obviously don't exclude your entire C drive because that would be bad. Okay, so we've done the exclusions. That's all we need to do on that side. And then we'll load up another instance of Kontact. And then let's see it. Okay, so that took 15 seconds. So noticeably faster than the 45 seconds that it took. And again, before it was already kind of preloaded on my memory, it took 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which was horrible. It made me not want to use the library because that was way too long for a library to load. Particularly if I've got a lot of times when I work with this, I'm loading all 5 of these at the same time. So it got pretty crazy. So anyways, I hope that's helpful. It helps me on a lot of other different VSTs and sample libraries to add them to my exclusion list. As you can see, I've got several folders where I keep music-related software and have added them to the exclusions, and that's really sped up the load times. So hope that was helpful.